Hi, Tantra people. It's Heidi with ShamayaTantra, where I give you the tools to get the relationships that you crave, whether that's with your boss, your beloved, or your big toe. If you're watching this live, it is Christmas. Merry Christmas. And the topic, which might be relevant to some of you today, is how to maintain your delicious core even with family. Before I dive in, just want to let you know that I am coming to you from Koh Phangan, Thailand, and there's a bit of music accompanying my voice in the background, so I hope you enjoy and soak up the festivities as you are perhaps going to bed or maybe waking up on Christmas morning. So the topic I want to share with you today is how to maintain your delicious core even around your family. To start with, I want to share what exactly is a delicious core. Well, your delicious core is that very center point inside of you, your essence. It's that place when you feel very centered, when you feel very grounded, that you're coming from. It's an anchor point. And when you can sink right into that delicious core, it's so sweet and so strong that it feels blissful. It feels like you can handle anything. So it's a great place to be as you're navigating family dynamics. So I'm going to share with you today three tips that you can stay connected to your delicious core. And you might have heard this quote by Ram Dass. And he says, if you think you're enlightened, spend a weekend with your family. This is not an easy thing, so you want to be armed with some techniques that you can use to stay connected to that delicious core. So the first one is connecting with your power center. So this is something we learn in the ShamayaTantra workshops. Our third chakra is our power center, and this is where we have an emissive force out into the world, where we're projecting our ideas, we're projecting our energy out. And our personal willpower and our identity is here. So if you can keep your attention focused, if you don't know about your third chakra and how to open it or exist from your third chakra, then I'm going to give you some simple tips of ways that you can actually do this when you're having Christmas dinner with your family. So first thing is to breathe right into your belly. Often we breathe into our chest and it stops there. So you're going to want to try to breathe all the way down into your belly. You can even place your hands on your belly as you do this to guide that air all the way down. And keep focused as you're listening to people talk. Focus on breathing right here, and that's going to naturally guide your energy to this part of your body. So you can breathe there. You're also going to imagine heat in your midsection, like a little miniature sun was burning and blazing in your midsection. So you can multitask as you're talking, even as you're eating. You can focus on this sun in your midsection. Focus on your breath. And thirdly, focus on your energy projecting out from this part. So if you imagine a sun and its rays spreading out in 360 degrees, this is happening from your stomach. This is an exercise that's going to keep you centered, keep you in your core, and it's going to keep your energy moving out, which is a more empowered place to be. If we're centered in our second chakra, for example, we're bringing in energy most likely. We're soaking up whatever vibration's happening in that environment. But your third chakra, you can maintain your own levels. You can send energy out instead of being a sponge, soaking up everyone else's drama or judgments or whatever lovely evolutionary challenges you get in your family of origin. So that's tip number one. Focus on your power center and sending energy out your power center while you're with your family. Second tip for how to maintain your delicious core when you're with your family involves touch. Touch is an amazing way to ground us into the body. It's an amazing way to help with anxiety. If you want to know more about that, you can check out my video, Tantra and Anxiety. And it's something that you can do really casually. So I invite you the whole time, if you have a particularly challenging dynamic, or even if you just want to keep as centered as you can and enjoy that delicious core. Hi, Darlene. You're going to use touch. Now, this is something you can do casually. As you're sitting at the dinner table, you can place your hand on your arm. Just give yourself a little massage. You can even have your hand on your leg and just gently be stroking back and forth under the table. No one needs to see this. And we do this as we're talking, don't we? We just naturally tend to move our hands for kinesthetic people. So you can actually blend in quite nicely when you do this. You can experiment, maybe you kind of give yourself a little head massage. One thing I like to do is as I'm curling up on a couch, I take a foot and just give myself a foot massage as I talk to my family. This helps bring your attention down from your mind, which can be a thicketed patch of thoughts, and brings it into your body. In our body, we're only in one place in one time. And this is a really sneaky way to modulate your nervous system and calm down your nervous system. So the second way to maintain your delicious core is to use self-touch. Now, the third way might be a little bit of a stretch. This is going to require you to use your imagination a little bit. I want you to imagine that all of these people in your family, you and them sat down before you came here in this particular configuration, maybe even in these particular personalities, and over coffee you decided the roles that you were going to play for each other. And you thought, well, I really want to develop my patience in this life. And then maybe Uncle Charlie said, you know what, I'll help you with that. I'm going to be the one to help you develop your patience. Whatever dynamic is challenging for you, you can imagine that dynamic exists because you wanted to learn something. So in this imagination, every single person has made a contract with you, is there to help you in your growth and your learning. And in Tantra, we work with a principle called Transfiguration. And this principle identifies everything as sacred, everything as holy. And that includes every single member of your family and every word that comes out of their mouth. In Tantra, every part of life is an arm or an eye or a leg or a fingernail of God. So maybe Uncle Charlie is a hangnail of God today, but it's still of God, so it's still sacred. So you can pretend that you're putting on these transfiguration glasses, seeing through this vision, and seeing everyone on a deeper level, beyond their personality, beyond the things that might trigger you, beyond the things that might be challenging, and see their divinity. And it's almost as if you could take those glasses and place them right over your eyes and see in this different way. And you can practice it. You can practice taking off that perspective, being irritated by what's happening in the moment, and putting them on and seeing them at their soul level and appreciating whatever role they're playing for you in this moment, whatever role they're playing in the grander scheme of life. And whatever part of God your family members are playing, it's an essential, it's an important part of God. And when I say God, I don't mean this guy with the gray beard in the sky. I mean that essence that permeates all of us, that we are all made of, that fills the air, that connects everything. That's what we're made of. And if you can connect with your family on that level, if you can feel them from that perspective, then tolerance becomes a lot easier. Then patience becomes a lot easier. And there's a way that you can almost sink into a deep appreciation, just like you would of a child who's misbehaving. Oh, there they are doing it again. So you can practice transfiguration if you're up for it and see how that shifts things. See if that shifts the dynamic and your experience and helps you stay more connected to your delicious core. I wish you a beautiful day of however you celebrate Christmas. And if you're watching this later, You can use these techniques in any situation, in your career or with loved ones. Have a beautiful rest of your evening, night, and I will see you next time. Thank you.